Hello, fellow compatriots. This is your host, Tributron here, and today we're going to be taking a look at Quirk, which is a character in my story that is modular. So basically, he's magnetically attached together, and he can disassemble himself and reassemble himself, and every single component, down to the single pin and axle, is indestructible. But more on that later. Anyways, for now, basically what I did here was a MOC that walks by itself pretty much, yeah, as you saw in the opening clip. But he also has a transformation as well, along with another function to boot. So let's go ahead and take a closer look at that. By the way, if you want to go ahead and watch videos a week early in advance, be sure to go to my Patreon. The link to that is down in the description down below. And yes, it's free. You don't have to pay anything. It's free. You just watch stuff for a week early. What's wrong with you people? You think everything costs money? All right, let's go straight into articulation. Let me go ahead and put that there. There we go. Okay, so there is articulation in ankles. You can go back this far. Go forward. For the legs, the knees, they got full curl at the knees. Yes, that's right. It has full curl even though it can walk. Also, the legs, they can move up and down, as you can see. That goes that high. And even if the knees bend, you can always pose them so that it can go straight again. However, they cannot do the full splits. I had to put these stoppers on the sides to ensure for stability because this is a small frame and he walks rather quick. So to keep him from falling on the sides, I can't make him do the full splits. Now you're probably wondering, just put friction adders. If I do, then this armature won't be long enough for the walking mechanism. Now there is a recalibration gear over here. So you can go ahead and twist that and that will slowly bend the legs for the walking movement. So if you need to adjust the axle here to fit the motor on, you just twist this gear and then you're good to go. For the arms, you got full rotation there. On the ball joint, there's a ball joint over here, so you got elbow articulation. The claws themselves, they have rotation, and you can flail them open if you want them to. So there you go. The head is on a ball joint. It can't look up too far given how small of a character he's supposed to be, and he can look down that much. So there you go. And you also got side to side, and his antenna to measure the weather is right over here. Yeah, he has an antenna that detects like weather patterns. So the claws, you spin these and you twist these and they spin. So he has spinning claws. Now also he has a transformation. He does transform. However, I cannot make him turn into a full sphere. That is the only issue because of how many things are going on in him. I can't necessarily make him turn into a full sphere without ruining the look of the character. By the way, this is what he looks like from the back. Pretty clean. A little wide in the hips, especially, but like, I mean, given how small of a profile he is, I don't think it's too bad. Given how tight I had to make the walking mechanism. So, for the transformation, he does walk, like you saw it in the opening. I don't think I had to show that a second time here. But you fold the feet back and you do it like that so that this is like that. And you want to do it with this leg over here. Now keep this other leg the way it is. Open this, twist that around. And now that that's like that, you get the other leg and you put it up. You fold the foot just like you did on the one side. You had to do it on this side. So you get that, you fold it up so that it looks something like that. So now with these out of the way, you fold these and you do that. And you tap this blue pen over in the side of this leg. And you put that down, you put the antenna down, and then there you go. So the goal was in the story that I've written for him, he's able to turn into a ball, into a, like, wrap his tail around and roll. Now the issue is, one, the claws. There's no real way for me to fold them up while having the function still work. And two, if I have the tail be able to unfurl to do the rolling motion, it will be too thick of a tail and it won't look too nice. It wouldn't look pretty. I mean, I already made a sacrifice with the walking mechanism. But yeah, that's pretty much how it would go, somewhere around. And then like the rest of the sphere would be over here and it will hook up in the backside over here and somehow the claws will fold up. Fictionally, of course, you have to use your imagination, okay? You use your imagination, it exists. But yeah, so that's the transformation right there. Let me go ahead and transform him back. There we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. And even like that, he can still walk. So for the walking mechanism, let me go ahead and talk about that real quick and how to set it up. So that you guys know what to do. So have the leg, the corner of the socket line up with that armature right over there. Angle the legs so that they're parallel with that beam right there. You want to do the same on the other side. So make sure it's parallel. Try to spread out the legs as far as you can. Make sure you have that ankle tilt available. Straighten this out. Bend the arms or whatever. Just make sure they're at the sides, you know, doing whatever. You can do whatever you want with them. And then you have him all set. And then from there, only thing you had to do is grab your motor and just plug it in. Now, if the axle's in line, you got the recalibration gear over here. So you just twist that a little bit so that you can have the axle aligned perfectly into the motor. And then you pull this switch over here, push it down, and he should be able to walk. Let me slide this back. And there you go, he walks. So that's about it for Quirk over here. So let's go ahead and do some size comparisons to see how big he actually is. Here he is compared to Arashi. So you got a size comparison there. A bit shorter than Arashi. Here he is right next to Frost from Robo Riders, so you get an idea there. Here he is compared to Good Guy, the Chaddest of Chads. He will be your husband. And here is Bad Guy, and he will kill your husband. And actually, this is an official character in the story I'm in. However, they are supposed to be the same height. They are not. Well, maybe he will be a little bit taller because he's a 4-foot character in the story. And here he is compared to Kopaka, Master of Ice, so you got a comparison there. And of course, here he is compared to his creator, Tributron. And I think they scale well. I think they scale perfectly fine. He's tall enough where it seems appropriate. Because he's supposed to be a small character, you know. Or like, not overly small. Given that, like, Toa are supposed to be, like, 7 feet tall. I think this is appropriate because he's, like, looks a bit like 3 feet taller than this little guy over here. So, I think it's appropriate, given the size and scale of this character. And yeah, that's about it for Quirk. Well, I think that's about it for this video. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like. And if you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe. Also, be sure to check out Patreon, where videos are up a week early in advance. And yeah, that's about it. Be sure to follow me on social media. And with that out of the way, I'll see you all next time. Bye, guys!